Thank you so much for being here. Yeah. Thank you. And as you know, this is a photography workshop where we will not only teach you how to take photos, but also use photos to tell like stories, share your stories. And Sister Indonesian is the project I'm doing, which I focus on Indonesian sisters, like experiences, your stories, your voices. So I think photography is a very good way to convey the stories. And if I have more people participate, I plan to maybe have an exhibition of like your photography works, or if you do documentary, it can also be good. And so in today's workshop, we will first have the photographer to show like basic photography skills, and then we can talk more deeply about how to use photos to tell the stories. And yes.
Yes. So hello, my name is Mahmoud. I'm doing photography since a few years now, and I've been capturing a lot of moments in life, like to give emotion to people, to give meaning or story with images. And I started as a hobby for me, and now I find it like a way to connect people, to give meaning to image and emotions. So first I will speak about the basic.
Oh, let's do the self-introduction maybe.
You can also present yourself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. You're the...
I'm Jayana, but my nickname is Zhiang.
Zhiang?
Yeah, I'm domestic helper.
So let's now speak about the basic photography. There is a lot of things that you need to consider when you do photography. Some of them are the basics. I'm gonna go through the basics first because this is the most important things that you need to consider when you do photography. The first thing is called the composition. So I don't know if you've heard about it before. So the composition is the way that you organize the picture. A picture is a frame. It's a bit like a painting. Everything needs to have a logic in it. You need to understand what you want to show to the person through this composition. And one of the first most important rules is called the rule of third. So as you may know, you actually don't need a super good camera to take a picture. Often people think that they need like a super expensive camera, or that they need like really something expensive to do a good picture. But actually you just need a phone, a mobile phone to take a good picture. And that's enough to take a good picture now. You can have a super expensive camera and take bad picture also. So it doesn't mean that you are good at photography, but there's some rules that you need to understand and that you need to be able to do in order to achieve like good pictures. So the first one is the rule of 9, and this one is the square rule. So basically, sometimes it's disabled on phone, but I suggest to put it. It's the grid. So the grid, you know, you always have. So this is your screen, okay, and you always have those square on your camera or on your phone. And this is a simple rule where you need to center your subject in the middle of the frame. So we know that this is the main focus of our intention, because if your subject is here, then it's not really like in the center of the intention of the person that look through the image or look through the picture. So this is a really simple rule, but first rule, putting the subject can be a person, it can be an object, it can be, for example, a mountain, a river, whatever you want to film. in the middle of this frame. So you have 9 square here, and each one you can use it to modelize some thing that you want to see. For example, if it's a portrait, if I take a picture of a portrait of a person, we need her face to be in the middle. Okay, this is simple. If we need to take, like, for example, a building, a tower, let's say we have a tower here, this is a tower, okay, so we have many windows. We need this tower to follow our line in the frame. So, if this is my tower, I need my tower to be aligned with my frame. Okay? I couldn't like turn like this and then it's not aligned. No, we need to align those 2 lines. This one that you see here need to be aligned with this one. So if this is a tower, I need to have like this aligned with my picture. So this is the first thing that we consider. Of course, there is many other examples. This is a few examples. If you want to discuss after about other example, I can tell you how to frame it into the picture, how to position it depending on the frame. But this is a few examples, so you need to consider this grid rules, and you can play with it. The more you are used to it, the more you can play with it. So this is the first rule. It's called the rule of third grid. So yeah. So this is super important because it allows you to position your subject in the best possible way. So this is the first rule. The second rule, which is also as important as this one, is the lighting. And we all know that the lighting is super important in pictures. So how to position the lighting? So let's say this is the camera. Okay, this is the camera. And let's say we have a subject here. So, we are shooting this subject here. This is our camera, so this is the direction that we're shooting in. And our light need to be in a way that give us a good lighting on the subject, because we want the light to be on the subject, okay? Because we capture the light with the camera. So, if I'm positioned here and my subject is here, where do you think the light should be? Do you have an idea?
I think I like is the spread is black and is white like that.
Like on the subject?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the light should be on the subject, right? Yeah, that's a good point. So let's start first with a bad approach, okay, to understand. So if our sun is here, this is the sun, okay. This is a lighting, a natural lighting, okay. If the sun is here, and the sun is, light is coming here, is this good?
No, I think.
No, this is not good. Yeah, this is not good. So this is a bad approach because
backlight like that.
it will not have a lot of light,
Yeah.
and all the light is gonna come into our lens.
Yeah.
So this is not good. So if it's like this, we're gonna have like a lot of shadow, a lot of dark in the picture. So this is not good. But a good approach will be to have the sun instead here. Yes. So if the sun is here, this is good. Why? Because the sun gonna put some light on the subject, so the subject is gonna have light on him.
Yeah.
And this light on the subject is reflected on the camera, so it's not strong. So we're gonna shoot the subject with the best possible lighting. So this is a good approach. Of course, you have many other ways. This is a simple way. We can also discuss later about other way of exposition, but this is the natural way of, the best natural way of using natural light. Always being behind the sun, or when you shoot, or not facing the sun directly when you shoot, unless it's like sunrise or sunset, because you know the sun is a bit less strong. Like if it's a sunset, so it's fine, you can shoot. But if it's like during 12 or 1 p.m., the sun is strong in the sky, so avoid like shooting on it.
Okay.
This is easy rule to understand. So yeah, this is first rule, as I said, the grade 1, as I explained. Second rule, the lighting. And last one, and this one is more, there's other of course, but this is another one that is important. It's the way you frame your subject or your object or whatever you're taking into picture. So you need to have like a surrounding, like let's say if you take a picture of a subject here, so this is the frame. Okay. So if he's alone, you're gonna do your focus easily. So when you focus with the camera understands that this is the person that it needs to focus. You know, if you're taking him with a lot of people around, here behind and so on, the camera might not understand what's going on. So you need to isolate your subject, but it doesn't mean that he needs to be always in somewhere where he's alone. No, no, no. Isolating a subject means also that he have clothes with different color. He have a different color from the surroundings. So let's say, for example, if you're shooting someone during night time, it's not a good idea for him to be wearing black or to be wearing dark color. Okay, it's better if he's doing a contrast. So he's more, he's the main subject of the picture. So there's a difference between him and the surrounding, the frame, so people understand what you're trying to show, what you're trying to see. So this is another example of composition. So this is the 3 rules. This is the most common one in photography, and if you apply or if you think about this rule, your pictures are going to be most of the time good. And this is the basis of photography when you take pictures. So now we're gonna see a few pictures that I took. Okay. So let's see those. Let's see those. And so this is picture I took. And here, as you can see, it's what I was explaining. So this is the first rule that I was explaining. So the first one, we have a cat. And this cat, as you can see, so we have a picture like this. And in the frame, the cat is at this level. Okay, so he's in the center of our attention. We know that the subject is the cat here. So this is using the grid rule. We are putting him in the middle. Yes, of course, he's not completely aligned, but this is fine. It's not a problem. And we know when we look at the picture, the cat is the subject. We know who is the subject. So this is the first one. The second one is, this one is a bit more obvious. It's a mosque. This mosque is in Korea.
Oh.
And as you can see here, there is a lightning on it, and there is also the grid rules. As you can see, it's in the middle. So if you imagine the grid, you see, if you imagine the picture, the mosque will be like here, somewhere here in the grid. And here you have the town down, so this is the town. And as you can see, the town is a bit more dark than the mosque. And the sky have another color, and the mosque have its orange color. So we know that this is our main subject. This is our main subject. It have a different lighting. We look at the picture, we see it first. This is our main subject, and because the contrast of the color is focused on this mosque, we know that this is our subject.
No need to edit or This is a real picture.
So there is some little edit on it,
Oh.
but from the real one you can still have this perception
Oh,
of it.
okay.
If you want to speak about edit later, we can speak about it. I can tell you also how to do edit or how to do this kind of thing if you're interested in it.
Okay.
And the last one is same logic. So we have a boat. It's also in the middle of our frame, so we know that our main subject is the boat. Yeah. So this is the first rule, so the line rule. So putting our subject into the middle of our picture.
Sorry, you need to use like tripod or just.
Oh no, I never do tripod. You can use tripod, of course, it's good. But for this kind of picture, I usually just shoot with my hand. Yeah. But tripod is also good.
Because it's very hard for me
to be aligned.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's complicated. So that's why this rule is important. You know, like the
grid line.
rule.
Yeah.
You need to be stabilized, but you can do also with tripod. It's good. I mean, it's really not how you shoot, but if you shoot with tripod, you need to apply the rule. If you shoot with your hand, you need to apply the rule too. It's just like both are good. But for myself, I only do with my hand. Yeah. So if you follow the rule, you need to find the line, for example, to align with the rule. So for example, with this cat, with my grid, I will follow here. So if the grid is aligned here, if it's straight, horizontal, so it means that my picture is gonna be well framed. For this one, my line is the city here. Oh, if you see here, you see the city? We have a... Oh, okay. Can you draw it? So yeah, so this is my line when I take a picture. So the line that was here done by Mia. So if you have this, so this line here is my city. You know, this is how I put my city. So if you align it here, your frame is gonna be well framed. You know, so you always look at a line in the real life. So a line can be. So this is an easy line, for example. This is an easy line, but this is simple. You know, you can imagine a line yourself. You can try to see. Like here, the line behind is the mountain. You see with the boat. You see?
Yeah.
There's a line here, and there's a line down to just down with the forest. The forest, the one. Yeah, this is a line. So if you put yourself on this with the grid, so you position this line here with this, and it's gonna be well framed. Yeah. So this is the first rule that can make your. And in the next slide, we're gonna see it even better. If you can go to the next one. Yes, this one. So this is the follow. So that's what I was explaining. So here we have a few one. So here I follow the line of the railway. You see this one, and we see the path with it. So this is the vertical line here. So you follow this one. You see when you have you follow this line here. So this one is like the railway. You see. Of course, it's not completely, but like you can imagine it. The tower here of this is Hong Kong. You see the tower aligned, and here we use the lines between the two towers. So it's gonna be here. So one tower gonna be this way. So the first tower is like here. So you see it's aligned with the line, and the second tower gonna be here, and it's gonna follow the two lines. And the bamboo is easy because all the bamboo.
Yeah.
Right. So this one is easy, but it's just to show that you follow the natural line or of the nature or the building or whatever you're shooting. Yeah. And
How about the center photo?
the what?
The main you want to take the center. What
The
do you?
subject?
Yeah, the subject.
Here the subject is there is no real subject on this picture. Those examples are more to see. It's more like natural or urban photography. So there is not really a subject here.